What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we will be playing Fortnite, which actually even surprised me, because I got on today and I wanted to play the bare bones update in Call of Duty Black Ops 4. However, I went through the trouble of downloading the entire update, which was like an 11 gigabyte update, and the copying on PS4 is horrible, so it took like another hour, of course, to get that done. And by the time I was even able to get into the game, I actually couldn't even matchmake in the bare bones playlist, so haven't even gotten to play. Haven't gotten to play bare bones at all. I'm still waiting on playing that. I don't know if I'll do a video maybe tomorrow for it or what the whole deal with that'll be, but anywho, I decided to hop over on Fortnite for the first time in a couple days now, and I actually was so surprised to see a new playlist was available in Fortnite. I don't know how long it's been in the game. All I know is it was my first time seeing it, and it said classic, and I was like, okay, wait a second. This looks awesome. So I was reading into it, and it's basically classic Fortnite. It still has like the map update, you know, it still has like the material limits and stuff from now, but it has a bunch of unvaulted weapons and stuff from the first few seasons of Fortnite and things like that, and it's a more classic feel of gameplay. Even just playing it compared to regular today Fortnite, you can tell there's definitely a difference. I mean, there's just no way that there isn't, but I have to say I was super excited to see this because my biggest qualm with Fortnite over time has been how the game seems to be changing, sometimes for better, sometimes for worse. And when it comes to the worst things, these are, to me, issues with the game that just make it to where I don't want to play. So a lot of the new weapons and stuff that they've been adding into the game, I'm just not a huge fan of. I think that they're super abusable, things like that. So I decided, you know, I haven't really been playing a lot of Fortnite in the last, I don't know, 6 or 7 months, but then this came along. Well, first I started back up with Season 8, I played a little bit, and I still play it a little bit, but then this comes along, and I think this is going to take my attention for at least however long it's in the game. I'm hoping this becomes a permanent playlist. That would be pretty sweet, because there's a very vocal part of the Fortnite community that really wants that old school style of Fortnite gameplay to come back. We want how it felt in Seasons 1, 2, 3, maybe even 4. We regret a lot of the big changes that have come to the game in that time, and we just wish we could play the game that we first started off with. And I think that a playlist like that would be extremely popular. So just playing the game itself in Classic was awesome. I liked to see like the Tech 9 submachine gun, the old school SMG coming back. That was pretty fun to use. On top of that, it was pretty cool not to see like the AK-47 version of the assault rifle or suppressed scars. It just was scars and the regular old assault rifle. At least from what I saw, the burst might still be in there. I don't know. I didn't see one personally out of all my kills or anything. I never noticed one. So this isn't really the best gameplay, but it's probably the best one I've gotten so far out of it all. I've only played a couple matches. I died pretty much off the rip in my first few, but with that being said, I mean, this was just, it's probably my best gameplay so far. I do end up with 6 kills in this gameplay, and I did get kind of carried because I went down twice, and we had a teammate clutch up twice, big time. Definitely a thank you to them, and yeah, I mean, we probably would not have won the game had it not been for my teammates, so that might actually have been the first time that I got teammates that I was like, wow, okay, this is pretty nice, you know, to finally have some teammates who are doing some work and putting in some work and really helping win, you know? I feel like solo queuing in games like Fortnite, especially in a squad mode, which unfortunately Classic is only in squads, can generally lead to getting people like me who are just not really that good at the game. So I actually got some teammates who helped out. They clutched up big and they did their thing, so we got the win. I did pretty much clutch up and win us the game, though. At the end, you will see that big clutch coming, boys. I think I made up. I think I made up for the 2 downs that I had and my inaccuracy in some clutch situations that, you know, I'll probably have to address later on down the road. But this is the most fun I've had with Fortnite in a long time. And I'm glad to say that, because I don't like not playing Fortnite, because I actually really enjoy the game, but I don't enjoy a lot of the changes and the meta shifts and the community kind of things. And, you know, it just hinders my want to play the game. But if this becomes permanent, man, I might have to make a pretty triumphant return to Fortnite. So I enjoyed my time playing it primarily because not just the nostalgia, but I prefer the gameplay changes and differences back then, you know, quote unquote back then. It's only been maybe, you know, a year and 3 or 4 months, but I preferred that version of Fortnite a lot because I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I was one of the pioneers really of Fortnite. So the game came out in the fall of 2017, Battle Royale that is. I wasn't a Save the World person. That came out earlier. So the day the Battle Royale came out, or the day after, I think, it was pretty much like within the first 2 or 3 days, I was playing Fortnite Battle Royale. So I was playing the game before it was popular, I played in Season 1, and I enjoyed the hell out of it, even though I sucked at it, even though I just was terrible at the game. I loved playing the game, and the main difference between now and then, it seems like, is the fact that now building is just rampant, but back then people didn't really build. Like today you'll see people build like 9 stories up into the air and just like these crazy builds. You'll even see a lot of that in this gameplay itself. It's not definite, it's just, it happened, but it didn't happen like it does now. Like now, everyone knows how to build, except for me. Everyone in the game is building, they're building a hotel every time you shoot them once, they spam all around them, and you have to outbuild them, and that's how you win. Personally, not the biggest fan of that, but people still built in the first 2 seasons of Fortnite. However, there wasn't like ridiculous builds. Most of the time, people just put up a quick 4x4, maybe 3 stories in the air. That was towards the end of the match, when the circles were closing in, just to keep themselves protected. They pushed each other with just ramps and walls. That was just pretty much how it went. I mean, that just is how the game was played back then, and I enjoyed that a lot more because, personally, I like the game a little bit more reliant on gun skill, and I think that when you introduce too much building, it hinders the ability for someone who has a lot of gun skill, but not a lot of building skill, to really enjoy the game. So I can totally see the opposite of this, where people who have a lot of building skill and not a lot of gun skill would totally be upset by the game going and reverting back all these changes and stuff, but I think that's the beauty of having a permanent classic playlist separated from the regular playlists, because it gives everyone the best of both worlds, it gives everybody what they want, and that, I think, would be totally beneficial to the entire community, right? So it felt good just to use the originality of Fortnite, you know, the stuff that I came onto the game playing, those scars, the pump shotguns, the regular tactical submachine guns, things like that, you know, just, you look at it now, you got like Deagle, suppressed scars, the AK-47 assault rifles, you've got all these, you've got the hamster balls, RPGs, grenade launchers, sticky grenades, all kinds of just crazy things that have been added into the game over time that a lot of people enjoy, but personally, I'm just not the biggest fan of a lot of these changes, and I think that I just personally would rather stick it out in a classic playlist. So now my biggest problem right now is I don't know how long this is going to last. I didn't see any limited time mode thing on it. Usually when they introduce something that's a limited time mode, it'll say in the title LTM. This did not have it. It just says classic squads, and I would think if it was going to be a limited time mode that they would put classic LTM, and they didn't do that as of the making of this video, so I'm assuming, hopefully, it's going to be a permanent playlist, because I'm going to love the idea of a permanent classic playlist in Fortnite. And, you know, I figure that they would do something like that, because in reality, what do they have to lose? I mean, they can still make all the newer players happy by keeping the newer playlists updated with all this new crazy stuff, but they can also keep the OG players like myself who enjoyed the first 2 or 3 seasons of Fortnite a lot more by just making these simple classic playlists. Maybe even possibly a solo and duo, that would be nice. But, I mean, for what it's worth, I really enjoyed playing even with random squads. I think that that was a really good change of pace for myself personally, as compared to usually just playing with my friends or something like that. But I hope Epic does the right thing here, because realistically, I think this would benefit the game a lot. So, you know, Epic, if you're watching this, man, or I shouldn't say man, because you're not just a single person, but Epic, if you're watching this, please do us a favor, please. So I'm going to let the rest of the gameplay just kind of run out, or the highlight reel, I guess, of the gameplay run out, and I'm just going to stop babbling on because I've ran it on for long enough here. But thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, as always, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel. I'd love to do more Fortnite content, hopefully with classic gameplay. If you'd like to see that, make sure to drop a like and tell me down below. Follow me over on Twitter at SubToptimus. I post memes, thoughts, and updates over there. It's a surefire way to get notifications of my newest content. Also, join the Discord down below. Lots of great things going on there. If you are one to buy skins and stuff in Fortnite, make sure to use creator code Dimension4 down to support my content. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, playing classic Fortnite, and signing out.